because we're going to need that through all of the tough times. But quite often we jump straight in. We know kind of where we're trying to fit into. We've got an amazing idea. Let's just get open for business. Let's crack on and try and achieve that business and what we hope for. And we might go out and we might buy ourselves some stationery and some, nice business baggage and stuff like that. But how many of us in day one and when we started actually thought, do you know what? I'm going to get myself a calculator, or at least figure out where it is on my mobile phone. Or indeed, did we sit down and do a business plan and have a real think about any of those things? I'm sure a lot of the VAs in the group, and I know Carly, who runs the Harpen group, they're always talking about business planning and, and that kind of thing. And we're all sat here. It's the beginning of Q4. Actually, where is everyone at for it? But even if you weren't organised at day one, it's never too late to get organised and really, pull up your big girl pants. Even you boys can pull up your pants, as it were, and accept that you've got to know these numbers and really get a grip of them. So if you haven't got the plans and you haven't got the understanding today, then crack on and get it from today and start. So first of all, though, let's talk about cake and numbers and work it through that way. So with thinking about all the scary stuff at the top of the picture, all of the, ups and downs of your numbers and calculator buttons and graphs and things like that. But instead of thinking about it in a scary way, think about it in a yummy way instead, which is the cakes at the bottom. So whether you sell services or whether you sell goods, hopefully if you can try and move into the cake mindset, at least for the next few minutes, then it will make sense. So here it is. It's as simple as that. You sell something, you get income, people give you cake. Amazing. The aim of the game, therefore, is to keep as much of this cake as we can. And we all understand that, because if you're anything like me, you like cake. And when other people start eating it, frankly, it's a bit annoying. But we accept that sometimes we have to share our cake, and that's fine. So we get this income, we get this cake in, and it's amazing. We've got an entire cake. But sadly, we can't just keep all of that cake for ourselves. Other people do have to take their slices out of it. And this is where the business has to pay expenses. And so pieces of cake get taken away, and your piece of cake is getting smaller and smaller, but hopefully you still have cake, because otherwise that's just sad. So if you think about it within your business, what are the slices of cake that are being taken away? What are the expenses of your business? You might have we've all paid money to come networking today. You've got insurances, you've got professional qualifications, subscriptions, overheads. You might have a rental space that you have, anything like that. All of these different expenses are little slices of cake that are making your big cake a little bit smaller each time you pay something out. Now, as I said, I love cake. I want you to therefore think, really, do I really want to share my cake with these people? Now, if it's insurance, yes. If it's a professional subscription, obviously. But sometimes we all, I don't know about anyone else, we all see these shiny new things. Oh, I'll try that. And before you know it, you can actually end up putting, oh yeah, here you go. Just have a little bit of my icing. Here you go. I'll split that cake between the two of you. And we're giving away little bits of our business income, and someone is taking it. Now, if someone reached across the table and grabbed a slice of cake off your plate, you'd have a word. So keep an eye on your business finances in the same way and think about it like that. Don't let anyone grab your cake. Focus. So that is the cost going out of your business. Then what happens? Whoa, we've gone gingerbread man. Just bear with me because it's a really cute picture. So what I want you all to accept is that there are costs within your business that you have to pay. What I also want you to accept is that you have to pay tax. That is a reality. And I'm going to apologize now. This is the only sound effect we could find. We couldn't find biting and crunching, so we went for an explosion. So people go to me, oh, I don't like paying tax. I want you to accept paying tax because, A, if you are paying tax, it means your business is making a profit, and a significant profit. And that is amazing. That is brilliant. You don't want to sit under the tax threshold. You want to be making profit and paying your way. The other thing is, stop being such a selfish because you are paying taxes to fund our country. You drive on the roads, you call an ambulance, accept it. Okay, so people call me up and say, I'm looking for an accountant. I don't want to pay. I want to pay as little tax as possible. I'm like, I'm cool with that. We can be efficient, but grow a pair and pay the tax that you owe. Stop hiding behind company structures or whatever. So anyway, the tax man has to take a bite out of our gingerbread. Okay, so we have to accept that. He takes a little bit of income tax and he takes a little bit of national insurance. And that's just the way it is. But look, we've still got biscuits, we've still got cake. That's amazing. Everyone's happy with that. Now, what I want you to know within your business is how big actually is the piece of cake? How much income are you getting into your business? And what kind of income is that? Do you know what different flavors of income are coming into you? Therefore, you know, what types of customer do you have? Are they paying you on a monthly retainer? Is it a repeat customer? Do some of your customers refer you on to other people? And now through no action apart from amazing service, more people are giving you more cakes. The other thing to think about is what kind of cake do you like? We might all have aspects of our business that we don't enjoy as much. So stop doing them. If you're not passionate about that part of your business, then rethink your business model, because there's no point in getting carrot cake, because who likes carrot cake? Jesus, why is it's not even a cake? It's a vegetable, for God's sakes. Anyway, my point is understand where your incomes are coming from. Are they the same customers? Do you need to find more customers so that you can eat more cake? That is the question. Where was I? I've got notes, but I've lost my point already. Also, do you know who is eating your cakes? Where are you spending your money? Are you keeping track of it in a sensible way? Are you noticing half of your cakes are disappearing and things like that? So make sure you know every penny within your business. Where is it being spent? And make sure you have the paperwork to back it up as well, because otherwise your nasty accountant will say to you, if you haven't got the paperwork, it's not a legitimate business expense. You've just taken that out of your own pocket and you're not getting potentially the tax deduction that you should. Also, you want to know where you're spending your money. You shouldn't run your business just on the basis of, have I got money in the bank? Great, I'll spend it. No, never do that. Spend money thinking about it. How much am I going to invest in this new networking and this new marketing and this new SEO activity? Okay, how long am I going to do that for? At what point do I say this is a success or this isn't working and change it? Before you would put money and invest within your business, paying out money, really think it through. What are you trying to achieve from this? And what does success of that expense look like? So hopefully everyone's clear on that. I've spoken before at things about tax deductibility and stuff like that, and a lot of people get really hung up on it. So instead of telling you all about tax deductions, I'm just going to put it really simply. Expenses within your business must be wholly and exclusively for your business and necessary. Okay, anything that is a shared cost for you, your business, and you personal can't fully go through your business without acknowledging it in some way. But also it must be necessary for your business, and a lot of people seem to forget that and go, oh, I'm just going to buy this and buy that because it's for my business and I fancied it. If HMRC come knocking, they can go and look through all of that and say, okay, I get that you needed the stationery and I get that all of that. Did you really need a Mont Blanc pen through your business? Could you have done with a big biro, maybe save the money? Now, for some people, absolutely not. You know, all of my clients have Mont Blanc pens. If I rock up with a big biro, no, it's not going to work. But for other people, you're just being a bit of an idiot, because all you're doing is spending money through your business that could be sitting in your pocket and funding stuff for yourself, for your family. But remembering that some things aren't tax deductible is also really important, because we can end up spending out money, potentially making a loss within our business, but still having to pay tax because the stuff that we spent out wasn't necessarily the right thing. If that's confusing, doesn't make any sense to me, to you, does to me, then get in touch with me, because I prefer to explain it relevant to your business than just talking about cake. So cakes, back to the cakes. We've gone off topic, Libby. So we've got people giving us cake. We've got people taking our cakes away as we're spending it and all the rest of it. So some of our cake is disappearing. What I want you to focus on is that big cake in the middle there, and just think, ladies, more than gentlemen really, who is stealing your cherry? Okay. People are taking the money from your business. You are letting them by not paying attention to your cost base. So please, if someone leant across the table and stole a slice of cake or stole the cherry off your cake, you'd have a frigging word. So work it out. Okay. Now, my top tips. I'm gonna dump them all onto one thing so that then it's easier. You can, take a photo, not take a photo, whatever suits. But here we go. So these are my top tips. And loads of people are like, oh, separate bank account, really, Lib? It's really expensive. Get over it. You're running a business. It's like £6 a month. There are some for free. You need a separate bank account. Your business is separate from you personally. If you pay bank charges and use a shared bank account, they are not business expenses because it is a shared purpose bank account. So it's a business. Be serious about it. Consider, you set up one bank account, consider having two. Why do I tell you this? Because then you can separate the money that you know you owe the taxman out, and therefore you've got your bank account for funding your business and you've got your taxman money all safe, and you're not going to get to the end of the year and holy guacamole chasing your tail trying to find the money. Keep it separate. If you want to put other stuff in that tax account, you can. If you're thinking, I want Alex to build me a new website. Okay, speak to Alex, get a rough idea of quote. Start saving the money, putting it across to that account, and it's there and it's safe. So that's one thing. Cake's back on the page. It's a car cake. Guess what I'm going to say? Keep a record of your mileage. When we are out and about, if you have any expenses like this that you don't have a physical receipt, but you know you need to tot up. I've got so many clients like, oh, it's only a bit of mileage. I haven't bothered. Do you want to do that next year? The next year, their mileage is £300-400. I mean, what an idiot. If someone took £300-400 away from you, and yet you can't be bothered to keep your mileage record, so just keep it, however works, paper, electronic. Know what you can and can't claim for. And some of these things are going to be really specific to your industry and business, whereas other things are much more generic. One thing you can't claim for example, is clothes. Obviously, Wendy's business is different. She might be doing different things because they're a product. But people will be like, oh, but I only wear this jumper networking. Doesn't matter. The only clothes you can claim for are branded products that have your business name on. So just be clear on stuff like that. I've had a person before who said, oh, I always have my hair done before a client meeting, so I've put that through my business. Okay, let's go back to that. Wholly, necessary, exclusively for your business? Yeah, fail on all three counts. So having your hair done is not a legitimate business expense. The exception to the rule may be Donald Trump because he needs to do something there. Be organized. No one likes a shoebox client who just turns up at the year end, but it's of no help to you going through the year, not understanding how you're spending your money and that kind of thing. It's another little cake. He's a robot. Software. Embrace software. Software, people are like, it's really expensive. It's not expensive. It's expensive if you're not utilizing it properly. Software can keep you organized. It can keep a record of your mileage. It can keep a record of everything coming in and out of the business. The other thing is, if you don't like, for example, chasing customers who owe you money, if you use the software system, all of that can be automatically generating reminders and everything through that. So embrace software, but use its functionality wholeheartedly so that you really get the money out of it and stuff. Now, in these times, I've written know your policies. This is all about knowing your refund policy, your cancellation policy, your deposit policy, all of those things that like 8 months ago, we'd have all been like, oh, it's fine. No one ever cancels an appointment. And if they do, we just reschedule. Well, all of a sudden, shed loads of stuff cancelled. So just be really sure that you know when should people be paying you, what is the trigger point for cancelling or not cancelling, and who keeps the money at what point and stuff. Because this should be part of your terms and things. This should be written down somewhere so that all of your clients know it and have an understanding of it and things. Know your dates. different filing dates, different submission dates. Make sure you know what is relevant for your business and you have those dates in your diary in plenty of time, because no one wants to get the wrong side of any kind of filing deadline. The other one that people can find confusing is with self-assessment. It has this crazy mixture of we're paying in arrears for the tax year that happened, but it finished 9 months ago, but we're also paying in advance for the tax year that we're partway through, but we don't owe money for another year. And it can be a bit complicated. But in essence, this is why I'm saying separate the money you owe as tax out from your business money, because as we're moving and generating money through our business and hopefully making a profit and getting to a point, the tax man is going to come knocking for that money. So have an understanding of your dates and when payments are due. And if you're a bit confused with the explanation of arrears and in advance and stuff, just drop me an email and I'll explain it specifically for you, because it's a bit doolally sometimes. Finally, understanding your numbers is the way to grow your business. You can do all kinds of activity and stuff like that, but you need to understand where your leads are coming from, the number of them, your proportion of conversion, how that generates down into your client base, how much all of that has cost you, and what other costs are involved. So please don't shy away from understanding your numbers. Embrace them. It will help you grow your businesses. And if all else fails, just eat cake. So thank you very much. I have been Libby Berg of Iceberg Accounting. And if anyone has any questions, you're very welcome to, or you can always get in touch with me if something was confusing or whatever. And yeah, I'm done, Debbie.
Thanks, Libby. Do you want to stop sharing?
Yeah.
I did record that, if that's okay with you, because there were a couple of people that couldn't make this morning. So if you're all right with that, we'll pop that onto YouTube and we'll tag you in it.
Cool.
So stop the recording.